Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your February 2020 mid-month general readings. We're looking at the last half of February. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us here today, and thanks for all of your support of this channel. So this reading is for the air sign of Aquarius for the last half of February 2020. That's Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising. If your Venus is in Aquarius, or if you are cross-watching for an Aquarian as well. As most of you know by now, if not all of you, we always advise that you watch all of your signs if you know them, Rising, Sun, Moon, Venus, because it can provide additional clarification for you, additional information. General readings, as you know, always resonate a little differently for everyone who watches, because there's so many of you watching. Everyone has their own individual details of their own life story. If this reading resonates with you, or if any of the readings do, and you are interested in reaching out for a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the description link below for more info and contact details. Just click on the little arrow that pulls down info. You can email me directly at Maggie_McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, and as I do readings full-time, I'm pretty diligent at working with both your schedule in mind to get readings out to you or scheduled with you in as timely a fashion as possible. So if you're interested, email me and we'll go from there. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what's in store for you for the last half of February 2020. All right, Aquarius, we begin with the Three of Cups, followed by the Two of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands, followed by the King of Cups. And from the bottom of the deck, overall energy, you have two cards that came out. The Queen of Swords, you, and the Four of Pentacles. Aquarius, I feel like looking at your overall energy and the rest of your cards, but your overall energy specifically, we have the Queen of Pentacles, but the Four of Pentacles also flipped out with her, actually right behind her. The Queen of Pentacles, sorry, the Queen of Swords would be you. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Conversely, it could be someone else, another earth sign, or somebody who manifests very much character traits like the Queen of Swords, who may be important and influential. But I think for the majority of you, this is you sitting in the Queen of Swords energy for the last half of February. It could have been going on before this. And the Four of Pentacles as well. The Queen of Swords is sometimes referred to as the divorced woman or the widowed woman. Of course, not always necessarily those things specifically. She has a long road behind her, and that road has not been easy. There's been a lot of challenges and a lot of painful experiences. Because of her vast wealth of experience, perhaps some of them painful or challenging or even traumatic, she has a wealth of knowledge, of wisdom, of experience, but particularly of insight and truth, of being able to see the truth, to cut through any BS, to cut through any emotional distortion, and cut right to the heart of the matter. And she tries to temper that with compassion, which is not always easy for her, because she has experiences of knowing, hey, this is what reality is. Even if your emotions feel this, or you want to do this, this is really what it is. And she's very good at kind of cutting to that. She may come off in that way a bit too direct or a bit on the cold side, because she sees things so clearly and so directly and communicates them often that way. She can come across as a little bit on the harsh side because of the experiences that she's had in the past as well. This is someone who can see BS coming a mile away, doesn't suffer fools easily. And what clarifies her is the Four of Pentacles, which is a card of holding on. And just like a lot of her experiences comes from pain, a lot of her wisdom and insight comes from painful experiences in her past. The Four of Pentacles, sometimes called the Miser card, holding on tightly to what you have. Often with this card, I see this come up with a person or people who have lost a lot in the past, and because of that, they cling very tightly to what they have left. Pentacles. Pentacles is earth energy. So, Swords is air energy, mental. Pentacles is earth energy. And this is all about the physical structure of our life and the solidity and stability of the things that make us feel safe, secure, and stable in the physical day-to-day structure of our life, which is why Pentacles often represents money, finance, property, real estate, assets, job, etc. But fundamentally, Pentacles represents what makes us feel grounded, rooted, safe in our life. Can be financial and material things, long-term stable relationships, a combination of both of those things. So this is about holding on to what makes you feel safe and secure and protected. On an emotional level, it can represent being perhaps closed off a bit, guarded, protective, which the Queen of Swords would be based on her sometimes very painful experiences. So this is your overall energy, Aquarius, for the last half of February. I feel like something has happened within a relationship that you've been having. Now, it's a general reading, and all of you have your own individual life stories. So the nature of this relationship may vary. For some of you, it might be a romantic relationship. For some of you, it might be a good friend. For some of you, it might be a close work colleague. I mean, you know, or even somebody you work on a project with. But there's a person, there's a relationship here that I feel that's kind of the undercurrent running through this. And they're showing up as the King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Showing up as a king, but could be a female as well. It's impossible to be gender definitive in a general reading. And sometimes even in personal readings too, because we all carry female and male energies and characteristics. Some which come out in one area of our life and others which might come out in other areas of our life. So it's not always gender specific. But I believe the King of Cups represents this person you are in relationship with. We have the Two of Wands next to the King of Cups. These are both the clarifying cards. There are two cards over them. For some reason, I feel compelled to start with this. This is the undercurrent of energy that's running through this. Being at a crossroads in regards to your relationship or your connection with this person. Where do I go? What do I do? Especially down the road. What path do I take? What choices do I make in order to get to what I want down the road? Because that's kind of the key of the Two of Wands, of being at a crossroads and trying to figure out which direction you want to go to. You need to have a destination or a goal that you're aiming towards in regards to whatever this relationship or this situation with this person is. What do I really want long term? For example, if this relationship is a romantic one, what kind of a relationship are you wanting to have in the love and romance portion of your life? 3 years down the road, 5 years down the road, 10 or 20 years down the road. What kind of a relationship are you actually looking for? So looking at that down the road, having that goal, and here you are at a crossroads. Which road do I take that leads me to that goal? It's about making practical dating decisions. It can be about, you know, taking a look at a relationship which has issues and asking yourself, okay, are these issues workable? Can we work on this? Are we even headed towards the same thing? Do we have the same relationship goals? And even if it's not a romantic relationship, it's the same. You're at a crossroads trying to figure out which way to go. And the key is in long-term thinking and planning. So one of the things that you need to do during this time period, or need to be thinking about, or kind of letting it simmer in your mind, is in regards to this person. What long-term goals do you have for this relationship or this partnership or connection? Are they achievable? If there's issues or problems or challenges, are they overcomable? Can you work together to overcome things? Are you both on the same page about that? And that's what you need to do in order to make a decision whether you want to continue, how to continue, or not to continue with this person. I feel like something has happened. There's a sense of feeling hurt or let down or disappointed by this person. which is why there's this energy of maybe harsh, but maybe just feeling kind of shut down, maybe a bit cynical and jaded, or just very cautious and wary and not really willing to kind of give too much, if at all, at this time, because of whatever struggles you've been in. It's putting you at this crossroads where you're trying to make a decision as to where to go, how to go, or whether to proceed with this person or not. Now, that's kind of the undercurrent for the last half of February. Now, the two cards over that are the Three of Cups and the Ten of Wands. So, like your day-to-day life over the next couple of weeks, we have the Three of Cups. You may be being quite socially active. The Three of Cups is a card of being out, enjoying yourself. There's a high degree of social energy here. Parties, events, being with and around and celebrating and having a good time with people that you feel connected with, that you appreciate, and vice versa. Best friends, kindred spirits, brotherhood, sisterhood, positive social connections in your community, kind of like your tribe, your places, having a good time. We also have the Ten of Wands, which is about, feeling like there's a heavy burden. And this is over the King of Cups. So you have the Three of Cups over the Two of Wands. You're going out, you're having a good time, you're being socially active, you're being involved, you're doing these things. Maybe there's a party or two or celebrations you're attending. Underneath that, there's this undercurrent of, what am I doing here with this thing? And then the Ten of Wands, there's this kind of heavy burden that you're carrying and that you feel like you have been carrying for a while, and it's about this King of Cups. So, I don't feel like it's a particularly negative reading. We're looking at a short period of time, and this is just the energy that's showing up for the last couple of weeks of February. You're going out, you're having fun with friends, at least there's an event or a couple events or something that you're doing. Some good social energy with people you really enjoy being around. You might be feeling a bit tired by the end of February, maybe overwhelmed. There may be something occurring towards the end of February, the beginning of March, with this King of Cups person. And for most of this time, you're trying to think about where you want to go with this person, or if it's possible. And you just really want it to be done. You're tired of this feeling like such a burden. I feel like the time for you to make a decision about this is fast approaching, even though I don't think it's right now, or perhaps during the last 2 weeks of February specifically. I feel like it's interesting. I think I got this partially for fire signs too. I know we have some retrograde energy too this month, and a full moon coming up on the 9th, which would be tomorrow. I am recording these a few days early. But I feel like something's coming up the end of February, maybe the first part of March, where whatever the situation is going to be actually physically around you more than it is now. You may be separated or estranged from this person, or just at a distance, and this is kind of going through your head. Okay, what do I do when we come back together, when we have this conversation, or whatever? Hanging Man and the Page of Swords to further clarify. So the Hanging Man is not taking action yet either, but he's thinking. He's watching, he's thinking, he's gaining perhaps some different perspective, different wisdom. He's continuing to watch these things play out. He may not know everything just yet, which is why he's hanging back, watching, waiting, trying to gain more further knowledge. The Page of Swords kind of struggles at the beginning of a path of knowing what the right thing is to do or how to do it. So yeah, there's this sense of taking your time, kind of going about your day-to-day life, taking your time. But underneath this, you're thinking about the situation and about what to do, and trying to figure out what the actual right thing is to do. Again, neither extraordinarily positive or negative. This is just the energy that's showing up. Let's pull one advice card from Spirit on what's the best way to navigate through this energy for the last half of February for Aquarius, or what is the advice about this situation in general. The World, last major arcana card in the tarot. A particularly important, significant chapter or set of chapters coming to an end, coming to completion. A lot's been achieved and accomplished, and now it's time to prepare for a new phase in the journey, a new step. So whatever this relationship is, and in terms of advice, this is going to be different things for different people. For some of you, it might be that this relationship has served, or partnership connection has served its purpose, and you've learned a lot, and it's time to move on to something new. Could be for some of you that the World might represent that this relationship has reached, fundamentally, this relationship connection has reached an end point on the particular road it's been on. Now, whether that means you disconnect and your paths separate completely, or you begin a new phase, you're moving into the next level of responsibility, commitment, whatever, based on the nature of the relationship. It needs to move into the next level, because where you guys have been going, it's, you know, it's time for movement in this relationship one way or the other. So, advice from Spirit. The path that you have been on with this person has served its purpose, and it's time to level up or completely move on. Okay, Aquarius, that is your reading for the last half of February. I hope that you got some insight or wisdom, or, you know, helpful feedback from it. If this reading resonated with you and you, again, would like to reach out for a personal one-on-one reading, just click on the description link below, and you'll see more info and contact details. Email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you, and I can usually respond to initial inquiries with more info within the same day or within the first 24 hours. So I look forward to hearing from those of you who are interested. So I will see you all again, Aquarius, in a couple of weeks for the March 2020 general readings. Until then, as always, I wish you much joy, love, happiness, and peace, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.